Hey guys, Sean Zine, the Connection Machine, aka the Insurance Doctor. This is live number 59 on the year, and I know it's lunchtime, and I say this all the time. It's grab your lunch, grab your protein drink, sit down, relax, stay with us for 20, 25 minutes, gain some value. Engage us, ask questions, hit that love button, hit the wow button, and hit that share button because we want to help as many people as possible out. And the most important reminder for those that are out there, if you're using StreamYard, you must check on your phone if your privacy setting is set to public so that those that are watching can make comments and they go up on your screen. And then you can also share it out to other groups and other pages. So let me make sure I get everyone attached to this live, and I'm going to get my guest on, Janet Pagan. Good morning, good afternoon. How are you?
How are you? Good afternoon, Sean. Thank you so much for having me on your show.
This is going to be
I'm
awesome.
a fan.
I enjoy having conversations and all with friends that are in all different walks of life, all different businesses, because we can all learn from each other.
That's right. And you know what? I was thinking about your mixers that, we can't because of the COVID and the quarantine, but here we are. We're, doing it virtually. So thank you for having me on.
Thank you. And yes, those mixers will at some point come back because
I
it's
hope so.
important to
Yes.
have that face-to-face time because this is the time a virtual way. You definitely got to be doing this to have interactions. And I would start and I would add this into your arsenal, no matter what business you're in. Have, instead of phone calls, do a video call with somebody so you actually see them. You build a relationship, you build a rapport better, I believe, when you're having that face to face. Now, we have many people on my network that may know you, may not know you, but how, and would you give us a little introduction of who you are, Janet?
Well, my name is Janet Pagan, and I have been in the mortgage industry originating loans for the past 22 years. I'm in Cliffside Park, New Jersey, Bergen County, but I work and I lend throughout the state of New Jersey.
And I like how you are very focused on your brand and how you take very important as far as when your pictures and what, the background, you are very into branding. And it's not, you don't even talk about your company, you talk about you. How important is it having a personal brand rather than just promoting a company?
Oh my goodness, it's very important because we are the face that people see and the person that people get to know. I mean, intimately, I work with families on their first purchase. And, we've developed a relationship over the years and they come back, they, refer their families. Families come in and they're looking for Janet Pagan, they're not looking for the name of the company. And so, it is very important to protect you as a brand and to market you as a brand. Absolutely.
Because a lot of people think they can sign up with a company and say, and they lean on the company. Oh, they have to give me leads. They have to give me opportunities. No, no matter where I've worked, I've always developed my own leads. And it's all about doing numerous things. And I've had this in conversations with others. There's things that people have to do to generate leads. One of it is networking. What do you feel about networking? I know you brought up the events that I put on. How important are networking for you and your business?
Oh my goodness, it's crucial. You have to put yourself out there. It's the only way that your peers are going to know you. And they put a face to the name. Maybe they heard something of you from other people, maybe a client that they share, but just networking and knowing you is extremely important. I think networking is just crucial, and I'm looking forward to when you guys start, when you start doing your mixers again.
We were trying to figure out how to do it online, but it's not the same thing. I know you can do Zoom calls and have all these different boxes around, and everyone can have their own drink, I guess, but it's not the same feeling. And I like to take people from social media because people get stuck behind a camera, behind a computer, behind a phone, text message. I want them to shake hands with them, get to know them, and you read more out of somebody. You can see if they're going to be helping others or are they all about themselves.
Yes, yes, I agree with you, Sean. That's a good one. Yeah, most definitely. Even though, I mean, I know that, the virtual world will be, I think from now on, we will have to rely on it. I've been using it a lot to meet with clients and take in their initial applications. And it's actually wonderful because we were actually putting in Monday through Saturday in our office and we were swamped really. And now it lends for better time management when you actually can incorporate also the virtual aspect, in the business. So I love it too. But when it comes to personal networking, I think there's nothing like that.
You bring up something as far as time management, and I've talked about time blocking. And we always complained before this whole virus that we didn't have enough time. Now we have all the time in the world and we're around our loved ones. Now we have to figure out, and you were working on Saturdays too, sometimes Sundays. You
Yes.
have to figure out and time block your day because some people are workaholics, and that's what was the prior virus, and they never saw their kids. Now they have all the time in the world, which I enjoy. Now I see my wife more, I see my daughter every single day for periods of time. She's even involved on
I
video
love
or she's on phone calls, so she gets herself involved. That's so important, and having that time block
Oh,
to have your
absolutely.
throughout your day. How does your day look normally?
Well, normally you mean after COVID with
Yeah.
we're very busy because of the surge in refinances, and we really haven't experienced a lapse in the purchases. They are coming in. So, virtually, I get together with my team. Every morning, we go through the pipeline, we go through the motions, and then we start calling people. We're working, we're dealing with everyone in our production, team, and we've got closings going on. So we are staying extremely busy going past that 5 o'clock. But in between, of course, we have time to schedule people in and do our virtuals and meet with our company peers, for our web meetings and everything. So it's worked just fine. It's worked well.
Yeah, it's definitely something that you have all this time in the world, you strategize, and I like how you work well with your team. You have your meetings daily so you know what direction you have to go. So you react. You don't just kind of, oh, you wing it. You don't have to winging things in your business is not the way to go. You should have kind of
No.
systems in place,
Yes.
and there's got to be touch points with certain people throughout so things are not dropped through the cracks. I know when you send over clients for insurance, it's very streamlined. It's very detailed. Everything's set up. Everything that I requested, because how we've had conversations in the past, because we have the system in place. That's how important things are to make it streamlined. I'm sure you also communicate with a lot of real estate agents on purchases as well. How important is communication with agents?
Oh my goodness, communication is just key. It's, when we went through the initial, I guess, hurdles and changes with our guidelines, we got on the phone and we started calling the agents and letting them know immediately that we were going to have some delays, because now we either had to restructure deals because now they have to, I guess, qualify under different guidelines. So, communicating with our agents is just so key to our success because they're happy that you're keeping them in the loop timely. And, it just makes everything a lot easier for everybody. And of course, you're ensuring that relationship, for future business.
That's what we all want. We want recommendations from past sources, from past clients. And if you don't communicate, and a lot of people, things come up and things might not work out the right way the first time. Maybe the debt to income ratios might not be right, or maybe the premium wasn't processed properly. But communicating that error with the client, with the recommendation source, it's keeping everyone in the loop. And then as long as you fix it, that's the way to go. So it's so
Exactly.
important to stay on top of your business. And
Yes.
I agree 100% with making sure that they know, because it's a paycheck. When someone gives me a part of their transaction, if in real estate that closing doesn't happen, you don't get paid. I don't get paid. Nobody gets paid. So it's important that we all streamline and make it all happen and we all communicate properly.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes, Sean. It's a lot of people that are affected. We have attorneys, we have the title company, insurance professionals. And so there are a lot of people. And when we had the FICO guidelines changed, now we're taking one person where they qualified before COVID with this particular FICO and they were already approved. We had to then go back to the drawing board and call everybody and say, hey, we looked at the file. We can't take this person to the next FICO bucket. We just have to go back, get them rescored, and move along. And everybody was very grateful, that we immediately communicated everything. We were all working together, and we got the deals done. We got them closed. We didn't not have to deny anybody.
And you've been in the business for a while, and I found this, and you've been getting involved with a coach, Christine Beckwith.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Let's talk about, somebody that's been in business for many, many years. What was the light bulb that came on and why you got involved with a coach?
Yes, well, I have to say that she caught my attention because, she's a female in this business for 36 years. And, she's written books and she's very accomplished and she writes for a lot of the major, mortgage lending publications. And so I wanted to take my business to the next level and increase my personnel, my loan officers, my staff, and I want, of course, to increase my units. So I thought that it would be good to have a chat with her, and I thought it was phenomenal. So I got sold on it, and I've been coaching with her for a year now. I'm soon to graduate, and she wants me to move on to the master's programs. I think I'm going to do that. The only thing I have to, accomplish is doing more videos and not being so shy. But as far as, developing myself, developing my business, even it's just, really affected me in the way I was doing things, even for my health. So that coaching just changed everything about me, my life, and I just saw things very differently. I think she's phenomenal. It's so diversified. I can't even begin to tell you. There's a lot that she offers. She has different coaches, and you get a different perspective from each one. Okay, so you have access to that, and she's got experts that actually take your pipeline and they analyze your pipeline and tell you this is what you need to do, and you're breaking it down to the penny and looking at your expenses, and it's just I tell you, it's just great.
Hey, anyone that wants to get to the next level have to be told, coaches don't need to know everything. They just need to know how, when they have a conversation with their mentee, that they listen. And I'm sure she listens very well. She shares her ideas, and you're one that implements. That's a major thing that I talk about with a lot of people. Is a lot of people might learn a lot of things, they might read a lot of things, go to events, they go to workshops, they leave, they're like, oh, I learned all this stuff, but they never use what they learned.
Yes, I think it was the greatest thing I did for my business. And actually, in the year that I started coaching, I was actually making a career move, a very important one. And so having her was incredible because it made things a lot clearer for me. And it kind of gave me a blueprint of how I was going to be doing things, And of course, even though I've been in the business for 22 years, I don't know it all. we're changing, we're evolving every day. And, you need to look at the other, others that are innovating and, have so much information. There's a lot of information in our industry and you have to keep up. So I felt that I was doing something extremely proactive by getting a coach that could enhance, my experience and everything.
No, that's awesome. And we we were discussed having a live. And just for those that are out there, Jeanette never went live before. And
Oh,
it's something that, can you share how you felt when we were like, just before we went live?
oh,
Can you explain some of the nerves you might have? Because it's real.
yes.
That's a fear that people have going live, because it's just what people have. It's the fear of public speaking.
Well, yes, you have that anxiety and you're thinking, oh my goodness, can I do this? But you know what? Just having someone like you, Sean, and you just make me feel very comfortable and it's great. And that's why I'm fine now. I'm not nervous. It's amazing. Definitely people need to do it. I will continue to do it. I love it. I have to say, it's giving me a very good feeling. And I appreciate you and thank you so much again for the opportunity, bringing me on board and making me feel this experience, live. Yes.
It's something that everyone should try to do. And if you're in any business, having conversations, and don't even just talk about your business itself, and just in general. Like I've talked about in past that about my parents. My parents have been suffering and now been recovering from the virus. And every single day it's been a lot of good things happening. Because when you're in bed for 4 or 5 weeks doing nothing, you lose the ability to walk. So you have to relearn everything. So every day I talk to my father, he's like an inspiration. I'm like, oh my goodness, like he was on his deathbed. Now he's talking, he's working really hard to get out there. And that's what I would love for people to keep that hope involved inside them, because anything can happen as long as you stay positive and you have that hope.
Absolutely. I see that. Life has really tested you, Sean, in different ways. And I love that you shared that video of your parents leaving the hospital. And, I showed my husband and we became very emotional. I see you out there working, helping people, sharing your knowledge. And I just love it. I really do. And, like I said, I'm grateful that I'm here with you.
How has it been? And I thank you. How has it been as far as your non-negotiables? I like to find out my things in, like I try to focus on every single day is have to get some kind of exercise in. I have to make sure I drink my water, but also I have to help as many people as possible. My
That's
goal is to
right.
have 3 to 5. Is there any non-negotiables that you have in your daily schedule?
My goodness, my non-negotiables. I have a list. Definitely, yeah. I must stay healthy, but when it comes to my business, my non-negotiable is you must give the best service, and my staff knows that. We're not busy. If somebody calls you, you can, you cannot just make them feel that you're busy. You have to help them and you have to listen. Um, that is really something that is really a non negotiable for me, not to give good service. Especially now, we really have to step it up because people expect more. There's a lot going on that's affecting everyone, and you have to be there. You have to be empathetic, and you have to give people the best service. Your clients are, your bloodline, and they deserve the best customer service, the best service that you could give them.
So true. The service
Yeah.
is key because they can go anywhere for insurance, for mortgages, for
Oh,
real estate.
yes.
And it's all about that connection that person feels, the personality that you might put off, the passion that comes through your voice or in a video call with somebody. That's so important today, is the service and communication, and also picking up the phone and actually answering your phone. A lot of
Yes.
people, it always goes to voicemail. I know people are busy. I understand that. But You should call back. Every person that calls you today should be getting at least a call back, if not a text message. Hey, I was so
Absolutely.
crazy today. I'll get back to you tomorrow.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah, absolutely. We have to go out there and we have to communicate with people, call back. I call everybody back if I can because I'm in the middle of something. I send a text to my assistant, please call this customer, tell them, give them a status, we're working on it, or if they're calling for new information, I make sure they get that first email immediately. Because there's a series of things that we need to get from them. So we send that out immediately so that they see that we are reaching out and, we're getting to them.
100%. And you have a passion for art
Oh
or
my
the
goodness.
arts, correct?
Yes, I do. I do. I love art in every sense. I love to see art in food. Just art in general, paintings. I love the museums, and I just love the arts in the theater. So I miss all of it. I'm trying to stay you know I guess entertained online, but it's not the same. But I can't wait till I can go back to the theater or a nice restaurant, a museum. I'm just looking forward to those days coming back.
Definitely the appreciation. It brings out the creativity. Do you paint yourself? Do you do any artsy kind of things?
I do. I do try to paint. I dabble. I've been for a long time. I mean, I don't consider myself a painter, but I do, and I enjoy it. It's wonderful. It takes your anxiety, your stress away, keeps you kind of. I guess I'm like love to work 24/7, so it's a time where I can step away from my work and do something different. Stay sane.
Yeah, it's calming. It's something that maybe it's a stress reliever. It's something that will get you outside the norm, which is a cool thing to have integrated in your day. And
Yes.
how are you helping a lot of your community currently, even the Latino community? Do you do a lot of workshops, any of that to educate? I know education is a big thing in your
Oh my goodness.
business.
Education is a very big thing for me. And I do educate them on, that the important thing is to, if you're going to purchase, that you understand that it has to be a sustainable purchase. And, we educate them every step of the way. Recently we were, collecting funds to help feed some of the indigent families during COVID, and just helping out with getting masks. When we were having the shortage of the masks, we were trying to get fabrics and elastic, and I got several people to donate sewing machines so that we could have the people sew the masks, and we were getting them like to the small businesses, maybe healthcare businesses and things like that that needed masks. So, we try.
No, that's
Yeah.
awesome to give back for sure. To always be on the educational, the value add is so important today. Instead of just looking for a commission or a sale, it's all about giving first, and business will come second for sure.
Yes.
Is there any final thoughts that you have that you would like to share with everyone today?
My goodness. Well, my final thought is, it's to really take stock of what's been going on and appreciate your loved ones, your friends, your neighbors, and try to help. I think that we weren't as a community, we weren't as close as we've become. My husband and I, we live in a condo building, and we did not know our neighbors because they keep, very private lives. But during these times, we, even with the mask and passing, we say hi. People have come out to just know one another and just say, do you need anything? So, be grateful and show empathy.
Hmm. No, that's awesome. I appreciate you for taking some time out of your busy day to drop some major value. And if those that are jumping on now, please wait till it's done and get the replay and start over and listen to what we went over today. And if you need anything, guys, please reach out to Jeanette as soon as possible. Connect with her, friend request her. You know, if you are looking for a mortgage for a purchase or refi, check her out. And I know she's a wealth of knowledge, and she's all about helping people.
Thank you, Sean. I wish you the best as well.
Thank you. And I want everybody to have an awesome day.
Have a good day, everyone.